Good afternoon. My corporate friends, and she's the Moksha from WhiteMerror Corporate. I really so enthusiastic this longer moment to share about the medical knowledge. Previous two editions we were considering about the natural eliminations called sneezing, runny nosy, cough, and chest cold, and common cold, and Westman, etc. etc. As well, there are some other natural eliminations, chalk, the vomit, and dysentery and fever. Generally, we think that the other disease of taking tablets to try to control the vomit. When do we vomit? When we have the food and adulterant and wanted and ugly food in the hotel. Otherwise, when we take the food over unlimitedly, and when we are taking the food during the fever time, we feel to vomit. So vomit is a natural habit. We have to completely vomit, but we don't do that what we think that. So we are uneasy of vomiting. It's very difficult when you are in the journey, in the meeting, or business. It's not advisable to vomit continually. We take tablets and control the vomit. But we are blocking the natural process. What will happen? All the negativity will develop. There is no chances of exhausting the negativity outside. When the stomach comes to know that the food is ingenuine and disqualified, it wanted to get outside by way of ordering indicating the digestive gland called mainstem, and it is adopting the whole negativity elsewhere. The body generally collects some water from the body and forcifying this waste material unwanted food outside by way of the natural process called vomit. In addition, such it is developing a special lubricant oil in order to prevent this food canal. At least it should be affected by the force-fired vomit. When you are vomiting, the force will be very heavy during the time that will not scare the canal. That is the reason why it's developing the lubricant oil. And when you see that after vomiter, their food will be cut into more pieces. But when we took the food, we would have swallowed the food. But when we vomited, it became so pieces, so many pieces. And the water also more. We would all drink only 1 turn of water. But when we after vomiter, we see that more water came out. So water has been collected. Generally, there is more water in the body, 80% of water in the body. When such kind of emergent incidents events, the body has power to collect the water and sending outside, not to the great medication for the body. So this digestive system does not want to hold the waste material, unwanted food inside. That's the reason it's developing the process, fantastic process called the vomit. So vomit is very advisable, it's healthier when you vomit. After vomit, you can drink more water. You have more water. You drink more lukewarm water, you will become so cold and you can be so smart. Of course, if you have not enjoyed the natural process called vomit, the vomit is developed you to the next process called dysentery. The dysentery is really wanted once every body because when you are in busy work, it's not advisable. If you feel uneasy, how long we can be bearing for going every time laboratory? 5 times, 6 times. When you are in the home, it will be really inconvenient to us. But what is this dysentery? Dysentery is a natural process. Of course, if the negativity, the wastages, the poisonous wastages had been accumulated inside of the system, if we had not undergone the natural process, if we had blocked by way of taking tablets, that poisonous wastage became a poison and blocking the stomach systems. So it hardened and it develops the indigestion and also the constipation. So what the body wants actually, it wanted to exhaust those unwanted wastage material outside by way of the dysentery. It is sending to the large intestine, internal intestine, and this will it want to clear the stomach very much. But we are not agreeable with that daily. Against to that, we think that we want to stop that digital process dysentery. When you are dysentery, we feel like so uneasy. You want to take more water, you take water. It is very advisable. When you're taking water, automatically your body will calm in polite manner and you take rest in the water because the body needs the sugar and glucose and salt. So you can take this. It is advisable to take the jaggery, country jaggery. So you mix in the water with the lemon and take. It is very advisable. It will prevent your dysentery. After dysentery, after we completed the dysentery, automatically the dysentery is stopped. If you want to stop, you take this kind of care. So we have to enjoy the dysentery is the nature process. So of course we have not agreeable to this natural process, vomiting and dysentery. What happened? The negativity, the waste material, the poisonous material started to stagnate in the body, and then body decisively find out a great operation called fever. It's a natural process. So it developed an extraordinary level of temperature in the body, 100 degree, 102 degree. We are afraid about it. Why is the reason for the fever? Generally, the body wanted to exhaust all the waste materials through the nose, sneezing, and this running nosy, everything. Through the mouth, vomit. Through the anus, this dysentery. Sometimes the eyes also exhausting such a waste material. Here we are getting that unwanted dirty from that ear. So that also natural process. And sweating also natural process. As well as the heating process is very important. So 3 reasons are there because of fall in the fever. One is when there are more excessive of bacteria, viruses and germs in the body. Number 2, when we have met an accident or unexpected event, the body is starting to swell and we fall into fever. And the 3rd reason, if we have been stagnating the waste materials, the unnatural materials in the body, we happen to fall the fever. So the fever is developing the extraordinary level of heat in order to kill these germs. It's fighting, all cells fighting. The cells are fighting very, very effectively. That is the reason we feel like that heat. Generally, the human heat is 37 degrees Celsius centigrade heat. So this is natural. When it's calculated the foreign heat, it's 98.4 degree of foreign heat is generally. So generally we have been gifted a great organ called tibble warmer. The tibble warmer is preventing and balancing the heat wherever we live, whether hot area or cold area. Though you will go to Atlantic, the icy planet, otherwise here the desert planet, the tibble warmer will be helpful you to retain that centigrade, 37 degree. But why it is increasing such a heat means it is want to cure that disease by way of killing the bacteria. So this is the specialty of the tibble warmer. During the time we should not exhale more. So we have to just lie on the bed. We have to prevent that heat. So many people advising us to reduce the heat by way of taking the cold water bath, cold water head bath. That the moment you can reduce the heat, but again that fever will come in a very high dosage. So it is not advisable. Only advisable one is that just you can apply the cotton cloth, wet cotton cloth on the forehead in order to the heat, reduce the heat, and at least it should touch the brain. Bluntly, we can't live the life. It is okay, it is just knowledge. If we had been following from the basic level, it will be working out properly. Of course, if you all implement for the children, now different kind of diseases, unexpected diseases coming, unpredictable diseases coming to there. Because 10 minutes back I experienced one child which was living my livable place, was fallen the fever. His mother was so uneasy and very ashamed about the child just to be all rested. The child started to fit because of the heating, overheat. The child fell into fits. Fits started to the child. And just I took the child rest to the hospital and we given some intensive care to that. Because it is not agreeable to the children. Children, we must take great care. When the children is going dysentery, when children is vomiting, and it is very important having advice with a medical man. So this is the principle, applying only the wet cloth on the cotton cloth on the forehead in order to reduce the disease and the heat. At least it should touch the brain. But we have to enjoy the heat by way of lying in the blanket. You just wrap with the blanket and enjoy the heat. So that heat will kill all the negativity in the body. During the time complete, you should not watch TV and everything. There are some symptoms in the body. Because when we have fever, there are some symptoms. The first is that the tongue will be in bitter taste. The bitter taste is a symptom to that we should not consume more consumption, food items. I have seen the people who are in the bed, or offered more eatables there, the bread and biscuits and treat and like the extra wide journey of having that. It is not possible because already there are stored energy in the body in order to prevent your disease, even to prevent you from the disease. Because it's fighting against the disease, the sufficient energy is that is the reason it is implicating you that you don't take anything. The starvation is advisable, that is the bitter taste. So it is advisable stop. Just have the gruel, otherwise any hot water, always cold water in it. And as well as there is another symptoms is calling the involuntary eye limbs. The eyes will be blinking involuntarily. And we will be very uneasy of hearing some noise, heavy noises, because the energy seeing and the energy of hearing are used, consumed in order to prevent you from the disease, because the cells are grasping that energy. That is why it is advisable when you are having the involuntary smashing and this blinking, you just lie down, close the eyes, just you lie down and don't hear anything, quiet place. As well as when we have the high temperature body heat, it refers that the cells are working fast. That is why developing the great heat in order to kill the disease, germs, bacteria. At the moment you have to lie in the blanket and quiet place. At the moment you will be feeling so tired. What is the reason? Because the energy, the whole energy is exhausted in favor of fighting with the negative germs and bacteria. So when you are walking out, the energy will be splitted. The disease cannot be cured, so you have to slightly lying on the south direction. The head must be kept in the south direction. You have to sleep there. As well as some of the kids from the sneezing and the coughing and runny nosy and dysentery and vomiting you enjoy during the time because it is curing slightly. The disease is cured. The negativity is going outside. These are the sub additions to the fever. When we have fever, all these activities are. I am sneezing, I am coughing, I know I am just sweating, I am just feeling so high temperature. This is all the nature process, we need not afraid about it. And some people will breathe heavily because the cells require more oxygen. That is why we are breathing so hard. At the moment we must to sleep in a very airy area, not in a stuffy area. It will be very adverse for that. And as well as when we are having it is a symptom that when we feel very hungry, there is a symptom, and the excessive taste will come. So it is a symptom that 75% of disease has been cured. So you are in a safety way. You can drink more water as possibly as you can. And when you're having dysentery, that is the symptom of that the disease has been cured. You go and enjoy till the dysentery is automatically stopped. And one more thing is to be noticed that when you are going dysentery, you will be urinating very less.